The proliferation of on-chain activities can be attributed to the rise of decentralized finance, or DeFi. The volume on decentralized exchanges is able to seriously compete with the volume on centralized exchanges. There is a potential worth over $48 billion locked up in the protocols of decentralized finance. The ecosystem is expanding at a rapid rate with the addition of new product categories. But what is it that makes all of this growth feasible? The liquidity pool is one of the fundamental technologies that underpins all of these different products. Disclaimer: I'm not a financial advisor. The video is for informational and educational purposes only. Hey everyone, welcome to Crypto Trends. In today's video, we'll talk about what are liquidity pools and how do they work. So make sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any of our videos. So without further ado, let's get into it. What is a liquidity pool? A liquidity pool is a collection of funds that have been locked up in a smart contract. Liquidity pools are used to support decentralized trading, lending, and a variety of other activities. Many decentralized exchanges, or DEX, such as Uniswap, rely on liquidity pools. To form a market, users known as liquidity providers, or LP, combine an equal value of two tokens in a pool. They earn trading fees on trades that occur in their pool in proportion to their share of total liquidity in exchange for providing their funds. AMMs have made market creation more accessible because anyone can be a liquidity provider. Bancor was one of the first protocols to use liquidity pools, but the notion gained traction with the popularity of Uniswap. SushiSwap, Curve, and Balancer are among more popular Ethereum exchanges that leverage liquidity pools. These venues' liquidity pools contain ERC20 coins. PancakeSwap, BatterySwap, and BurgerSwap are BNB Smart Chain (BSC) analogs, with pools containing BEP20 tokens. Liquidity pools versus order books. To understand how liquidity pools differ, consider the order book, the fundamental building element of electronic trading. Simply explained, the order book is a collection of all open orders for a specific market. The matching engine is the system that matches orders with each other. The order book, together with the matching engine, is the heart of every centralized exchange, or CEX. This paradigm is excellent for promoting efficient interchange and for enabling the development of complex financial markets. DeFi trading, on the other hand, entails conducting trades on-chain, with no centralized party holding the funds. When it comes to ordering books, this presents a challenge. Each interaction with the order book incurs gas expenses, making trade execution significantly more expensive. It also makes the task of market makers, who offer liquidity for trading pairs, more expensive. Above all, most blockchains are incapable of handling the requisite throughput for daily trading of billions of dollars. This means that an on-chain order book exchange is nearly impossible on a blockchain like Ethereum. Sidechains or Layer 2 solutions, which are on the way, could be used. However, the network cannot handle the throughput in its current state. Before we proceed any further, it's important to note that some DEXs that operate quite well with on-chain order books. Binance DEX is based on Binance Chain and is specifically designed for quick and cheap trading. Another example is Project Serum, which is being developed on the Solana blockchain. Nonetheless, because so many assets in the crypto realm are on Ethereum, you can't trade them on other networks unless you employ a cross-chain bridge. How do liquidity pools work? Automated market makers, or AMM, changed the game forever. They enable on-chain trading without the use of an order book. Because trades do not require a direct counterparty, traders can enter and exit illiquid token pairs. A peer-to-peer order book connects buyers and sellers. Binance DEX trades directly between user wallets, making it a peer-to-peer exchange. AMM trading is distinct. AMM trading is done contract to contract. To construct a liquidity pool, liquidity suppliers deposit funds into a smart contract. AMM transactions lack a typical counterparty. You make your trades against the liquidity pool. The buyer does not require a sale, only sufficient liquidity in the pool. There is no typical seller when purchasing food coins on Uniswap. Your activity is managed by the pool's algorithm. Pricing is determined by this algorithm based on pool trades. If you want to know more about AMM, let us know in the comments section down below, and we would then definitely make a video on it. So let's get back to the topic. Because liquidity must come from somewhere, your counterparty might be anyone. You engage with the pool's contract as opposed to the order book notion. What are liquidity pools used for? The most common application of liquidity pools is AMMs. Pooling liquidity is a simple concept that can be used in a variety of ways. Another example is yield farming. On platforms such as Yearn, users add cash to liquidity pools in order to earn money. Crypto projects have a difficult time getting new tokens to the right individuals. Liquidity mining is a successful strategy. Users that deposit their tokens in a liquidity pool are automatically rewarded with tokens. New tokens are distributed according to each user's pool share. Pool coins are tokens that originate from other liquidity pools. You will receive tokens if you supply liquidity to Uniswap or lend funds to Compound. You might be able to reinvest those tokens in a different pool. Protocols can use pool tokens from other protocols with their goods, making these chains more complex. Another application is governance. In some cases, a large number of token votes are required to propose formal governance. Members can help a protocol-related charity by pooling their funds. Another DeFi field is smart contract insurance. Many of its implementations are powered by liquidity pools. Another novel application of liquidity pools is transchain. It's a traditional finance concept that categorizes things based on their risk and return. With these products, LPs can change the risk and return characteristics. Liquidity pools are used in synthetic asset mining on blockchain. A synthetic token can be created by providing collateral to a liquidity pool and connecting it to a reliable oracle. In reality, it's more complex, but the concept is straightforward. What remains? The ingenuity of DeFi developers will uncover many more possibilities for liquidity pools. The risks of liquidity pools. If you provide liquidity to an AMM, you must understand impermanent loss. You lose money when you give AMM liquidity versus hodling. You risk losing money if you offer liquidity to an AMM. Sometimes it's small, sometimes it's big. Remember the risks of smart contracts. Deposited funds are placed in a liquidity pool. Even though there are no middlemen, the contract itself is the custodian of your funds. Your money could be lost if a flash loan contains a flaw or exploit. Be wary of programs where developers have the ability to change pool rules. Administrator keys or privileged access to smart contract code may be granted to developers. This could enable them to take pool funds. DeFi is rife with rug pulls and exit scams. Final thoughts. Liquidity pools are a key component of the current DeFi technology stack. They enable decentralized trading, lending, yield creation, and a variety of other activities. These smart contracts fuel nearly every aspect of DeFi and will almost certainly continue to do so. So, do you know about any other uses of liquidity pools? If so, please let us know in the comments section down below. With that being said, here we come to the end of our video. I hope you liked this video. If so, then don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you never miss any video. See you in the next video. Till then, take care. Thanks for watching.